Welcome back,
Welcome.
folks, to episode 39 of the
Yeah.
podcast. Extra
It's been a
rated
while.
today. That's right. We had to take some time, grow those
Let the
wrinkles.
let the wrinkles regrow.
Yep. You got to give them a break. Kind of like when you run a marathon, you got to take like a couple days off.
I just
Kind of like that.
I just learned something about marathons apparently that people do. So I guess if you're an avid marathon runner, you go to your podiatrist and you get your toenails removed. Because when you're running, the toenail will like push up against your shoe, and cause like a bunch of issues. So they just rip them off apparently. I was like,
You can't
all
just
right.
trim them.
I don't know. Does it look like I fucking run marathon?
Oh, I've never heard that.
I mean, apparently it's not hella common, I guess. I guess most people do just take care of their feet better, but I guess if you have issues, so you just get them taken off.
That sounds
I'm
terrible.
like, yeah, that sounds like literally the worst thing ever because
Yeah.
I had ingrown toenails and,
ripping those out.
well, I had them when I got it taken care of. I had them cut the nail bed and then put acid on it so it doesn't regrow. So there's like on both my toes, there's like a part that doesn't regrow and it's just like the nail.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Future-proofing.
I mean, pretty much, especially for someone like me. Like, yeah, I was on my feet all the time. Like, this shit sucks. So,
Yeah. Damn. I know I used to get those because I'd like pick my toenails. And then, of
Yeah.
course, if you don't like cut them right, then they grow back. And it's like,
Yep.
It's the worst. Ripping your toenail. Have you ripped your toenails out?
It happened to me one time.
I did it by accident one time.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it didn't get ripped out. And it was a fingernail, but my fingernail got like slammed in a shower door, like an actual shower door, and that just like it was hanging off.
Yeah, that happened to the toe next to my big toe on my right foot. I dropped like something on it, and then the nail went black, and then it just like I could feel it would like kind of like wiggle, So I just went and just ripped it clean off, and it's regrown, but it's like it's super durable now. It's like 2 layers of keratin thick. So anytime I go and like anytime I go to try to trim my toenails, like this shit will ping off and go ping, and I hear it like put a hole in the wall somewhere. I'm like, God damn.
That reminds me, that picture that you sent me a while back? It's the guy holding the cup of coffee with his foot.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of that, but like if you're getting mugged and you just hold up your toe and the bullet bounces off.
God, I'd be the indestructible toe.
The toeinator.
The toenailer.
There we go. The toenailer.
Sounds like the worst. Well, and now we're back on memes that I sent you 1,000 times. It's the Shaq where the guy's like somebody has a foot fetish. You go, oh, how much is here from? Like, how's the biggest distance? He goes, oh, what, about 1 million feet. 1 million feet.
Oh God. Ah, what a great time to be alive. How y'all doing?
Dude,
Happy
we've got
June.
some killer shit.
Yeah, we got some things are wild. First of all, I understand now why Elden Ring won Game of the Year.
Yeah, my man's been awoken. He's been woke.
Yep. I went from having I think 50 hours in the starting area in Limgrave, just getting past the second boss to now total game time like 130 hours. I just beat the game yesterday. Now in the DLC. Oh, dude. I'm convinced every person on the internet who's like, the DLC is too hard. I have never seen a single person who uses summons and uses magic or all the tools you're supposed to use say it's too hard.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all of the egotistical, like, I'm going to use no armor and no flasks and no summons, and I'm going to use the starting sword. And if you don't beat it like that, you're not a real player.
I mean, I texted you earlier. I watched Glad. He's one of the on Team Redeem for Destiny. He's one of like the raiders on there. They have a couple worlds first. I watched him do that this morning, like 2 or 3 in the morning. I watched him level 1, the new Radon. Dude, I was like, oh,
crazy.
All
like
right.
I said, that means he has to do that Vare quest in the beginning to get to Rogue and progress through the game to beat Radon, the first one.
So
That's
I was like, oh,
crazy.
impressive.
Probably sitting on like 10 million runes or something. Because he can still have the runes and just not level up.
Yeah, so
That's
it
crazy.
was super dope. To be fair, this is kind of, again, you've just discovered the charm of the Souls games. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you understand why they're so lovable, right? And you can enjoy them. As somebody who's had it for like since like Dark Souls 2, like 2014, 15, whatever the hell Dark Souls 2 came out. I've always had a love for them, you know. So it's always fascinating to, like, as you were texting me and I was like, yeah, he's really into it now. He's really loving it. And I was like, you're seeing it happen to you, you know.
Yeah,
So
it really was great. Just kind of progressing forward, and then, like I said, you hit a wall,
mhm.
and so I'd go back and say, "Oh well, I didn't fight that optional boss, but I'm 20 levels higher, so I'm gonna go back and beat him now." And I'd
Yep.
beat him, and then try again. Oh, I'm almost there. I didn't fight this optional boss, or I didn't do this dungeon. Let me go do that, get
Yep.
some new item or what have you. And oh, dude, it's so good. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. I just, not all of Limgrave, but a good chunk of what you can get started before you get to Stormhill. I did Murkwater Cave, the Coastal Cave, Unlocked Dragon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you do the Waking or the
Grace.
Weeping Peninsula down below? So
Not
if you
yet.
go from where you first start, instead of going
Uh,
forward, just go
oh,
around.
yeah. Oh, your camera's doing the thing.
But yeah, the Weeping Peninsula down below,
Mm.
you can get some good stuff. We actually went and did
I
one of
think
Seema's
because we
co-op.
we fought that dragon.
Yep, and then we also fought
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but it
The
gave a really
Sentinel.
good weapon. No, there's a
Oh.
castle, and then when you get out to the end of it, you drop down and there's like a beach and then a little portal that you walk through, and there's a boss out there, and he gives a really good weapon.
Hmm.
But it's at like the
Yeah.
very bottom of the map. What level
So
are you at?
I think I got to 14, 13, I think.
Hell yeah.
So I need to find a better weapon because I was able to get that club to like +3, but it's not good, and the scaling is not great for it, and it has a decent ash of war, but if you don't have high enough whatever it is, you're just, anytime you go to use, you're just gonna get knocked back anyway. So it's like, what's
Yeah.
the point?
I've
I
seen,
like
like I said,
I like the fists, man, the
oh, the
balls.
balls. Yeah.
I love those things, dude. It's such an interesting weapon to like use,
That's what what's his name is using. What's it? Moist Critical? I don't what's his new name? Penguin Z0?
Oh, Penguin
Charlie.
Zero,
Yeah,
Charlie.
that's what he's using, is like the two spiked balls.
Yeah. Listen,
Um,
everyone has the thing that they love and they find, and like a Dark Souls 3, it was like the dark sword or whatever that you get from before you fight the what's the fuck I can't remember the guy's names. They had the thing that had a gold sword or gold helmet, and then if you kill them, you got the weapon that, like, it was like a little hook to parry, but it had like a big long sword that you do like crazy flips and tricks with. I can't remember those guys' names. I literally just watched a speedrun of fucking Dark Souls 3, like all
I'm gonna have to
bosses.
pick that up. I also want to pick up the Demon Souls remake on PS5.
I have it. I haven't really played it that much.
I need to. It looks good.
I'm surprised that's not one they brought to PC.
Pretty
$60.
nice.
There's a Steam sale going on, and Dark Souls 3 is still $60.
Yep, I looked at it today. I'm like, how is this still $60? I feel like
That's
I can find
crazy.
this at GameStop for like 15.
Probably. Oh my head.
That might be
Dark
really good.
Souls.
But, dude,
3.
yeah, it's
Oh,
so good.
$20.
I'm surprised you didn't get that Bloodhound, like that. It's not a katana. It's like a curved, and it has like a Ash of War where it's the one where you like disappear and teleport forward.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And that you can get that pretty early, like from the start.
Yeah.
And it causes bleed buildup, I think. So
I just killed that motherfucker. I killed him like 4 times, man. I think I was a little underleveled for that area. He's one of the NPC invaders.
oh, dude, those guys are tough.
Yeah. Usually they're
Certain
not
ones.
bad, but this guy, like, he had that dagger that like throws and it causes you to bleed. I'm like, dude. I try to run away. He's just like,
I didn't know, but a lot of those guys drop some of the best weapons.
yes.
Like the rivers of blood drops from one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's crazy. Dude, one of the starting, it wasn't even an NPC. It was like, when you go into a dungeon and then you get to the fog wall and you beat it and, it gives you the reward.
Yeah.
Like a starter dungeon in the DLC. Dude wasn't a monster. He was just a guy. Killed me like 5 times. Like it took me, I had to really be patient with the combat because he was aggressive.
Just a random dude.
Yeah. Just like this is a mini dungeon with a decent reward, but he was just
You just see a guy in an orange jumpsuit. It's just like serial murderer, Charles E. Lee. It's like, oh, okay. Welcome to the dungeon.
Yeah, man, it was great. It's so much fun. Yeah, like I said, I see it now. Plus, my Steam Deck just arrived, my OLED, so I played that for like 3 hours in bed last night. It was fantastic.
Abby's just like, shut the fuck up. Getting killed. God damn it.
It's got. Oh, she was awake for that. She was awake while I was fighting that guy. And then I tried to fight that big fire toilet.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm gonna max out my Scadden tree fragments or whatever, and then go back.
Scarred tree.
Scooty patootie tree.
Skibbity riz tree.
Skibbity doo. Yeah, not a chance. Nope. Or I'll do like the little explosive pot method.
Yeah.
Throw it on top. So.
Because the issue that I had with Elden Ring when it first came out was that it came out around the time that Witch Queen came out for Destiny 2. So I was like, oh, I could always go back and play Elden Ring, And then like last year, you wanted to play together, and I was like, well, they have a mod, and you're like, fuck it, we'll get the mod. And the mod makes the game like infinitely more difficult, Even if you're playing solo, like I would play solo, I'm just like, dude, this should not be this hard.
So much better.
Yeah, to play the whole game. Yeah.
Like I really hope they adopt that going forward. No
I mean,
summon bullshit.
It's nice, right? Like the summon stuff is cool because you just kind of want to get like a specific thing, whatever. But to be able to play the whole game co-op, I think is probably the best outfit.
I just
in general,
you can, in good conscience, say, "Oh, it's a co-op game," or you can play co-op with your friends. It's like if you're gonna push that as one of the features, it needs to be a somewhat user-friendly feature.
It's a boss fight, multiplayer thing. It's not even like, hey, come on and explore. It's like, no.
But that makes, again, that even is more fun. Like in the seamless co-op, just exploring and doing random shit. It's so much fun.
Yep.
So I'm psyched for when they finally get the whatchamacallit?
The mod updated,
Yep. The DLC out. So that'll be good.
Yeah, man. We've had some, again, we've both played, I've been playing a lot. Final Shape for Destiny 2.
Dude.
Haven't done the raid yet. But yeah, we finished the campaign. Yeah, it's fucking solid, man.
That
great conclusion.
That 12-player thing that they unlocked, that excursion.
Excision, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that is so cool.
Apparently there's I haven't done it yet. There's like a master mode of that. And it gives you the
interesting
exotic catalyst for the sword. So
the
ergo sum.
That's it. Yeah.
I still haven't found my dark drinker role yet, so I'm looking for one of those.
Dark drinker. Hey man,
dark drinker was the hey. Get a job, dark drinker. Oh Jesus. No, it was the Void Blade, the exotic Void Blade from the Taken King DLC for Destiny 1.
Okay.
It was the one that did the spin, because you had the solar one, which did the big like solar uppercut, and then you had the arc one which did like a destructo disc, like a throw. This one was just like stay in one position, just swing.
The one that I remember that does this swing is the purple cleaver one, the more recent one in Destiny 2.
Yeah. I think Fallen Guillotine.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep. Because that was like the sword until the chainsaw one came out.
Lament, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, that thing is so good. That's one thing that I'm always kind of disappointed in with Destiny 2 is they have all these really sick weapons, and then they don't give them catalysts. It's like, oh, here's a. We've had that fucking Lament blade for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in like October, I think, or November or something like that.
Dude, that's crazy.
No,
They just
no
sit there.
catalyst. And then
That's
we'll
crazy.
we'll get catalyst for the seasonal weapons, and then we'll get catalyst for the exotic mission weapons. I'm like, where's the fucking catalyst for all these other guns? God damn it!
Yeah, maybe they're saving them for some big. I don't know. How's my audio? Is it too low?
No, you said mine.
Yeah. All right. It kind of
I
looks
have
low.
I haven't adjusted any of my settings, so
Okay, I'm gonna turn you down a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn up the. All right, say something.
yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I'm coming in so low compared to you. I have literally everything maxed out.
I don't know.
That's all right. I'm
I do no.
for the audio. I'll just turn the whole thing up, so we'll
I've
be good.
I've got my bows.
Indubitably. But yeah, man, Elden Ring has been so good. I'm addicted.
Mm-hmm.
That's like 95% of the reason why I got a Steam Deck.
Yeah, I know. I really wish they'd bring that Demon Souls remake to the PC. I thought for sure that's one we would get, but they didn't. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
actually kind of disappointing.
I mean, you said you had it on PS5, right?
Yeah, I got it PS5, but I'm like,
Maybe we'll need
you
to
know,
go through that.
I don't know how
Do
the co-op is.
do the 12-step co-op program.
I know there's a in that game there's a boss that is you can either have it be another player or if you play offline you can have it be an NPC. So that's actually pretty interesting.
Interesting. Dude, the
Yeah.
NPCs hang around. The I just fought the first major boss of the DLC.
Mhm.
That like lion like
The
I'm sure
dancing
you've seen him.
lion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool boss. Like awesome
Mhm.
design, not what I expected. Uh you could summon your ashes and call in like a NPC. So there were
Ooh,
3 of us in there. Like
damn.
took me 2 tries. It was great.
That's what I do. That's crazy because I watched a streamer struggle with that boss for a while, like an hour, a
Yeah.
couple hours.
That's
You
what I'm
know,
telling you, man. Did he use summons? Did he use the
no,
NPC? No, of course not.
no.
Like I said, I beat Melania after 3 tries because I used my
Yeah,
summon.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. Like, I'm too old for the ego check. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's just
Like,
it's not
if I
fun.
wanted to, probably sure I could. Do I want to? Fuck no.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the thing. If I spent 20 minutes fighting Melania. If I had
Mm.
spent 6 hours or 2 days and then beat her, the end result is still the same.
Yeah.
And now I just wasted 2 days. Like I get it, there is a certain satisfaction in like all the work you put in and the final payoff, but the payoff is the
Mhm.
same.
Yeah. No matter what.
So I just I'm not 12, where I've got all summer off and I can just stay up for 16 hours
Yeah.
putting
People are
in all
weird,
that
man.
time. Yeah,
Because
I don't
it's
know.
kind of like there was nothing like that in Dark Souls. You kind of just had they did have summons that you could bring in, but not like you couldn't bring a mimic or no
Mhm.
ash, spirit guardian things or nothing like that. It was just usually you, your weapon, and then if a fight had an NPC, so, like if you fought, what's his face, the big knight Souls guy, and you did the quest line for Sigurd, you could bring Sigurd in to help with that fight. It just makes it like 4% easier.
Right.
It doesn't really do much. It's more of a distraction. Like honestly, that's really what these guys are mainly used for is just distraction.
Right.
So you're not getting your shit beat. But I get
Yeah,
it
just
also as well. Like, it could go either way. I feel like if you could give it a try without the summon first, try to do that. If not, fuck it, use the summon.
yeah. I guess
You
that's
know,
true. Do your first try without just to see how the boss
yeah,
is, see
yeah.
how you fare, and
Test the
then when
waters.
when it hits the point of being annoyed, all right, summon them in. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Like I
I don't
said,
know,
I'm
man.
I'm an
My
old I'm
time's
an
too
old gamer
valuable.
now. If this was 10 years ago, yeah, sure, I probably would have did it. But I'm old now, man. I don't have time to sit in a dungeon like you said in a boss for like 3 or 4 days. Like
Yeah.
it's not in the cards.
Because at that point, the whole point of the game is to have fun. And me personally, I'm no longer having fun when I'm on my 60th try.
Nope.
And now I'm just stuck because of my ego. It's like, no, listen, I'm going to go level up and come back, or I'm going to use summons or whatnot. Like,
The best
it's
feeling
not fun
though,
anymore.
the best feeling is when you get told by the community that this boss is hard or this area is hard or whatever. Like Nameless King in Dark Souls 3, people are like, "Oh yeah, that took me, you know, 90 tries to beat him, and I was like, oh, I beat him on like the 14th try,
Mm-hmm.
and I was getting close every time. It's just some of his like, and that's the thing too. I think that fight really plays with a lot of people's because he does these big sweeping attacks that like you have to be just right to dodge, you know.
Right.
And he has like the super long wind up on all of his tags, so he'll go like this, and then he'll swing, you know. So you're just sitting there like rolling, waiting for the attack to come, you know.
Yep.
So that's why muscle memory is kind of a bitch with these games too, because you get used to rolling certain ways and shit, and you know if you're fighting only one boss for so long, you're only going to get really used to their pattern, kind of how they fight. So now when you get out of that, you go fight something else. It's I got to readjust now, you know.
Yeah, that's something
So
that threw me off with the Elden Beast. Is every other boss is pretty quick, even the big
mm,
ones, and then that one it
yeah,
swings. I mean, you've got a lot of time to dodge,
yep,
and even like the actual swing through is pretty slow. So it's like, oh, okay, I gotta like half speed. I gotta wait
yes,
another second to dodge. But yeah, it is definitely a good feeling. Like, oh, this took me 18 hours. It's like, dude, I beat Radon first try.
yeah. You're telling me that.
Same with Morgott,
Hmm.
the one who walks out and looks at all the empty chairs, and
Yeah,
he's got the two phases. I'm like,
he's got the dragon arm.
no,
Oh
that's
no,
Godric.
that's Godric. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. Morgott is the one. So Margaret is just a projection of Morgott.
Yeah,
Morgott's like the actual one, and he walks out and lists off all of the people, and he has
I
two
don't think I
phases.
got to
I
that fight
forget
yet.
what his second phase is.
Well, actually, we might have did that fight. I just don't remember.
No, we didn't do that one.
Okay.
That one's in the capital.
Yeah, we did. We did so much like backward shit
Side
in
shit.
our
Yeah,
run. You know.
yeah. Um, and then like Renala, dude, she's easy. 14, 15 tries. Rykard, like 25, 30. But then I
Yeah.
just they give you a weapon for Rykard, and I
Yeah.
upgraded that to like +8. What a difference.
Yep.
Because his second phase is pretty relentless.
Yeah.
His attacks aren't bad, but then he'll launch. He'll do like this praising the sky, and then these skulls are just constantly firing down on you. So that was
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah. That fight is similar to the one in Dark Souls 3. I can't remember the name. It was not Gale because that's like the boss of the DLC. Yorm. Yorm. That's what Yorm the Giant. It's the same thing. It's like a blade that you do the attack and it kind of has like a big wind like spiral and you just launch it and he just that's how you kill him.
Right.
So kind of similar fights in that regard.
Oh man,
This makes me just want to replay Dark Souls 3, man. Such a good game.
I know. I'm gonna pick that. I'm definitely not picking it up for $60, but I'll pick it
No,
up.
I have a website here. I can see it for 30. If you want to go even lower, you can get it for 20. But these are kind of like not super legit websites.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
$30, man.
I want to pick up Demon Souls. We'll have to play through that, see if it's any good. It looked good, like graphically.
Oh yeah, it looks stunning.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember
and
like the showcase for the PS5, and I'm like, oh.
yeah,
So, yeah.
because
I'm
it's almost like a
curious.
1-for-1 recreation. Like even some glitches are still prevalent from the original.
That's
Like,
cool.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
That's really cool. Oh God, it's been so. See, now it's one of those things. It's been a long time. Like God of War Ragnarok wasn't that long ago.
hmm
Baldur's Gate 3. It's just very few and far between games make me want to constantly jump back in.
yeah,
Like I'll be working, and I'm like, God, I'm gonna play this on my break while I'm walking on the treadmill, like while I'm on my lunch, or I'm
hmm
gonna, I'm gonna do all this tonight. That way, I have some free time to play it before bed or
yeah,
whatnot. Like
yep.
it just keeps drawing you in, and that's such a good feeling. You know, you're playing something so good,
hmm
kind of like a good book.
Yes.
Like you
You
just
put it down and you just keep going. You just
Yep.
keep bam.
You leave
Gotta go
off on
back.
like the end of the chapter, or you leave off on a cliffhanger chapter, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, what's
That's
going
why I
on?
hated being a chapter kid, man. Because they'd be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna read to the next chapter," and I go, "Fuck! All right, next
Yep.
chapter."
Yep. That's those Harry Potter books, man. You fly through those because the chapters, from what I remember, are pretty short, and it's always like, oh, there's so much in there that's not in the
Yeah.
movies. You just want to know. So yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
God dang. Hey, how you been, man? How's work going?
Works fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a. I mean, it's been hot as fuck, but
Oh
besides
God,
that,
dude, this is grotesque. Grotesque. That is a word I don't use often. That is,
only when describing the wife.
dude. That blows my mind. Like old cinema, and I'm sure there's people out there now today. You know, they can't wait to get away from their wife.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that blows my mind. I'm like, you stood up and married this person, and you can't wait to get away from them. That shit's crazy. Like, I understand wanting your alone time. That's different.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's different.
you know, being alone and then being like, I can finally breathe. Like,
Hey, man, you could be pulling a Rodney Dangerfield and punching her in the face.
damn.
So,
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, why get married? Just be
yeah.
alone.
And then there's always somebody who's like, marriage, it's sanctimonious. It's this and that. And I go, motherfucker, this dude can barely stand to be around his wife for 20 minutes. You know,
Yeah,
like that's not sanctimonious. That's fucking doing it because you needed to.
yeah.
You
Or
know,
that's doing it because it's the next societal norm.
yeah,
Like, oh, we've been together, we might as well get married. It's like, fuck no. Do it because you want to be married.
yes,
If you don't, then don't do it. Pretty simple. Almost like, and people seem to forget, you're an adult. You can, within the bounds of the law,
oh,
literally do whatever you want. It's pretty easy.
you mean if I don't agree with election results, I can in early January I can go to the Capitol and use my voice,
With a megaphone and a zero
and
sugar Baja
maybe
Blast.
fucking Baja Blast, American flag in one hand, megaphone in the other hand. I don't believe.
That would end war. Give everyone a zero sugar Baja Blast, maybe with a little like vodka in it. Sit them down at a
Dude.
table with some like lumpia, some chili dipping sauce.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, dude. You just brought it out, man. That
Yep.
was it. That's all
Yep.
I needed to hear. Fuck the Baja Blast, dude. Give me the lumpia.
Yep. That'll, like I said, that'll end wars right there. Baja Blast, lumpia,
Some
maybe
chicken
some like
katsu.
interstellar soundtrack.
Live. Hans
Yep.
Zimmer himself.
Dinner with him afterwards, signed autographs. Like,
Oh, dude.
who's turning that down? No one.
Some
No one.
loser. Some
Someone who's
big
deaf
nerd.
and blind and has no taste buds.
Listen, man, but can he play a mean pinball? That's the real question.
I mean, is that enough though? Is pinball enough? For me, it's
That's our
not.
running. That's our running slogan. Is pinball enough?
I want a shirt. It says all I need is Baja. Yep.
Because people, if and it, just leave it at that. Nothing. Don't color it. Nothing. Anything weird.
Yep.
Just make it like a. Because then it'll be two things. So somebody be like, "Oh, that guy really likes Baja Blast," or
Mhm.
three things actually. He really likes Baja California, or he really likes Baja off roading. It's one of
Hitting the sand dunes. Yep.
Yeah. So, what does
Wait.
Baja mean in Spanish?
You know, I
Baja
should know that.
meanie. Oh, it means to lower one or come down.
So what is that? Bahar? Is that the verb?
Oh, I'm not
I would
conjugating, motherfuckers.
no, because if that's true, then Baja is a conjugation.
Bahamas.
Lower yourselves.
Lower
Your
one.
your tone, boy.
Come down. Whenever I'm really pissed off at somebody, I tell them to hold their tongue. I forget. I mean, I know I've heard it from 1,000 fucking pieces
Hold
of
your
media
tongue.
before. Yeah.
I feel like that's from something relatively recent, within like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
10
No,
years.
it 100% is. Like I said, I've been hearing this for just like in Gears of War 1 when the general tells Marcus to nut up. I didn't know what that meant as a kid. So I'll just go around telling people to nut up. You know. So I think I remember like
Oh
not
god.
a teacher, but like somebody at the school who was like an adult. I was told to nut up, and then like you got to go to the principal's
Right.
office. I was like, what did I say wrong? You know?
In the army, when uh oh my god, what would they say when they wanted you to? Oh, when they wanted you to basically hit the pavement and start doing like push-ups. One of the
Mm,
phrases was "beat your face," like beat your face
mm,
against the pavement. When you're going up and down. And one of
yeah.
the guys in my squad, he didn't know what that meant. Like apparently, when he
Oh,
went through basic, he had never heard that.
yeah.
So
That's
when
not good.
somebody said it to him, he like took his fist and like put it up to his face and like
No,
in
no, no, no,
front
no,
of
no, no, no. Put that down. Put that down. Come on. We'll take you to the mess hall. They're serving us steak and lobster tonight.
no, we're not dealing with this complaint. All right, never mind, don't do it. Like, dude, it was so funny. Like, oh yeah, okay.
Oh
Like you're
boy.
the one person who doesn't know what that means.
Man, I love like the double meaning of shit. You know, like I just read a thing that was like, oh, I went to my eye doctor, and I had to get something checked because I had some in my eye or whatever. Like they took care of it, but he wanted me to clean it, and when the doctor told me to clean my eye with boiled water, and the doctor looks at him and he goes, "Look at me. I do not mean water that is boiling. I mean water that has been boiled and cooled down to be appropriate for your eyeball." And I'm like, how many people did this before? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
That is insane.
Like, how many people were like, yeah, you told me to clean my eyeball out with boiled water. It's like,
Now
motherfucker,
I'm blind.
yeah.
I
I forget what it's called. It's like a test or something. It's like a thing where if enough people do something, you'll eventually just join along with them.
oh yeah.
You
They
know?
just I just watched a study on this. They put people in like a doctor's waiting room and had
Yeah, yeah,
one
that's what. Yeah,
person
this is.
stand
I
up.
think that's the same video. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Where
and
like everyone else, 9 people, when they heard the beep or whatever, they were told to stand up, and
yeah,
one girl wasn't in on it, and eventually she just kind of conformed and like stood. I'm
yeah.
like, why would you stand up?
I don't
You
know what the
know?
name is, but it's basically like the whole herd mentality thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, that's absolutely
Yeah,
insane.
that's
You know?
crazy.
I really wonder how much of humanity we put other people's. I don't want to say genius because it makes it seem like you're advanced, like you're fucking
Mhm.
Einstein. But how many other people offload their like their brain power to society to deal with? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're really dumb and you constantly have to told like you're the person that they make the science for,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Um, how much of your brain power are you actively using, and how much is society giving you,
Yeah.
to protect you? And oh, don't take this highway interchange, take this highway interchange. Don't, go in this door because this one is whatever. Like, I wonder how many people
Yeah.
were like, what is the percentage of brain power that you are using compared to the amount that you are given by society?
God, probably a
you
lot,
know,
man.
because
Like
I'm
probably
always
a
reminded
lot.
of that George Carlin quote is like, think of all the idiots you know. This is half of those people. There's an extra amount of people who are even stupider than them. And I go, damn, that's right. You know, so
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the way society's built, people don't have to critically think much.
no.
They don't I mean, look at all the people who like in the shopping store aren't self-aware, who walk
Mm-hmm.
straight down the aisle as if they're the only ones in the store. These
Yep.
are people that are like 30, 40, 50. And you just kind of sit there and look at them and say, "How do you not you see people walking up
If I
past you.
ever become that entitled, just fucking kill me.
How do you not
you know.
see? How does your brain not make that connection of, oh, I'm not the only one. I should scoot over, almost like cars, how we do things.
I don't know. People are weird. Some people are just
Oh yeah.
assholes, just to
Oh,
be assholes, and
my headset died.
oh,
We gotta
technical difficulties.
we gotta put on the
we need to put on the Elden
technical
Ring music.
difficulties. Play the elevator music.
Oh, it kind of
Throw up a
closed.
picture of Morgan Freeman. Everyone loves that.
It's gonna be you. It's just gonna be you. It's
Not
you. It's you unchained, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. I'm gonna be like Hercules. It's gonna be that
Or we could do
that
Gordon Freeman.
that scene of Dwayne the Rock Johnson in that shitty Hercules movie where he's breaking through the rocks. It's gonna be just my face plastered on there, like,
Oh,
oh.
I would say we could put Morgan Freeman in an HEV suit from Half-Life 2 and give him a crowbar, give him a head crab. That could be our Gordon Freeman.
That's not a bad idea.
It's not.
Be self-aware, folks. Use your brain.
Yeah, not even to be self-aware. Just use your brain.
Yeah.
You know, like that'll lead you to being other good things. You know, like think critically about a thing, please. You know.
Yeah, it's okay to question stuff.
Yeah.
Like, hey, go bash your coworker over the head with a rock. It's okay to look at that request and say, no.
Probably not a good idea.
Yeah. Or why is my supervisor asking me to do this? Perhaps they are insane. Or I'm in the
Or
wrong
they're
line of work.
incompetent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's all right to use them wrinkles. That's why you're here. To learn to use your wrinkles. To grow
Get those
new ones.
wrinkles unlocked.
That's right. Locked
Now here, take
in.
this tadpole and put it in your eyeball. We're unlocking new brain powers in you.
Use that boiling water for good. God, I can't believe that, man. That's crazy.
Listen, man. You know, people are weird, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, especially go to your doctor or whatever. You know, they normally have it out, not out for you, have their best interest out for you.
Yeah.
You know, they're looking out for you, making sure you're doing what you need to do to take care of yourself. So I get it, you know, but I'm like, man, who was the person that did that? You know?
Yeah, that's him being like, okay, I don't want to deal with another like malpractice suit. So I'm going to make it abundantly clear that every patient who comes in is a moron who has to. Dude, that's how my counselor for the school I'm going back to, he's laid things out super clearly. He's been like, listen, I don't want to be misunderstood. When I say this, I mean this. I'm like, no, I totally get you. He's like, okay. Because some people.
Because he knows you're one of them now. He knows, like, yeah, this guy's like 16 IQ points higher than the average. So we're good.
Yeah, he's like, listen, I've had people in the past say, oh, I get it, and everything's good. And then they come back complaining because they didn't do these 2 steps. I'm like, I got you. It's like, man.
It's like, oh, the water here is recycled water. Oh, you made tea with that water and you got sick. You're a fucking idiot. You know, there's just no 2 ways around it.
Yeah.
It's just a big old dum dum.
So I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, like a virtual one. And I told him, I'm like, oh, we're going to the Philippines and Japan. Is there anything that I'm missing in terms of
You're trying to do what?
Huh?
Philippine from a man. Hey, bro, I just come over right now.
Hey, I got chicken wings over here. And
I got
lumpia.
oh, fucking motherfucker. It's one of those, like, all right, bust out like the shitty taquitos in the freezer kind of night, you know.
Yep.
So that's exactly
we've
what we
got
did.
lumpia at home. Makes taquitos.
Yeah. It's cut them in half.
Thing, right?
yeah, these look exactly the same.
And I'm like, oh, do I need any like vaccinations or anything? He's like, no, you're good on shots, but like, what region are you going to? And I tell him, and he's like, oh yeah, malaria. So pick these up, take them beforehand and after. So take it all through the trip. I'm like, oh, cool. He's like, also typhoid and salmonella and whatnot. I'm like, all right. He's like, also get some Pepto, take it with each meal. It prevents, a chance of getting like a foodborne.
Yeah,
virus.
never knew that.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's like $6 for a 40 pack. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking them.
Oh.
And then I got to get us some life straws to filter the water there. I'm like, damn. This is going to be an adventure.
Yeah, I know we like to believe that everywhere is like has all the amenities, and I don't like using that word civilized, because it implies like a negative. I don't like using that word to say shit, but usually the amenities. Yeah, that's probably a better way of putting it.
Yeah, like all the modern, Britas and filtered water, and like clean toilets.
Yeah, access to clean, safe food all the time.
Good health care, and
yeah. So sometimes you got to get a little dirty with it, get a little rough.
Yeah, you got to bring the Pepto. or the milk of
Dude,
magnesia.
I could use some, bro. My stomach's been it's been dead in there for about 3 days now, 2 days. So that's been fun.
Oh man.
I woke up Thursday morning, get ready for work. I was like, oh, like as soon as you wake up, you feel that like that drop and kind of like that bubble, So I felt like, I was like, oh, this is definitely a double, man. So
I usually that usually happens after, so the day after I eat spicy food, on my second cup of coffee. I'll be like, oh, I'm about to walk on the treadmill, and I like set it up, and then I take about 5 steps, and I go, oh, well, I'm about to lose some weight before, so I go and blow that shit up.
Dude, it's been bad.
It like splatters on the inside of the toilet.
Yeah, it looks like a Pollock painting back there.
Looks like you just like shit out a grenade and it went off halfway out. Like,
oh god, imagine a poop grenade. I'm picturing it dropping out of someone's ass.
That's the real. Give everyone behind enemy lines pink eye.
Oh god, I remember I got that shit from just like it was at my old security job, like the first security job I did. I got pink eye because there was something in the air down there apparently that day,
bro.
Because me and a coworker both got it, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's terrible.
Yeah.
It's not even the worst. Like, it doesn't hurt. It's more so just.
It's disgusting.
I had it from my cousin. He came over. His mom was like, "Oh, he's on medication for blah blah blah." Oh, okay, picks him up and then tells us, "Oh, it's for pink eye." I wake up the next day, like my eye is like glued shut.
All because somebody couldn't keep their face out of a butthole, man. That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, you're gonna do that. Make sure it's a clean butthole.
Yes, please.
Pull out the instead of the web shooters, pull out your little Lysol. Whoosh.
Oh shit! Yeah. Little hand sanitizer action.
Yep. Say, hold on. Go and just give it that hot tool with the sanitizer.
Oh boy. All right.
Did you see that chick got fired?
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, it is. Like, listen, teachers are people too.
That's why I hate these. I hate this part of the internet we're living in, man.
Yeah. Like, let them do, as long as they're not out there slicing babies up or something. Like, let them live their. Listen,
and even if they were, even if they were slicing babies up, let them what happened to freedom of speech, you got?
Yeah, like, listen, some of y'all teachers are freaks too. So, let people listen. If you're jealous, just say that.
Well, that's honestly a lot of the time what it is.
Oh, 100%.
Like
I've never. It's always, what is it? Where there's like you see the movie where there's the new girl and then all the other group of like popular girls at school hate her.
Oh yeah.
They never hate the chick who they find less attractive. They always hate the chick who comes on and who's like hotter than the rest.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, they don't even know her, but it's like, oh, you're a rival, your competition. So I hate you. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You're jealous. Just say that.
Like I said, you can't be your yourself online. Like I said, it wasn't like she was talking about anything crazy. She just literally went hot to her. That's it.
She's like, oh, what was it? What's a good move to keep a man?
Yeah.
It's like,
listen, hey, she right.
Just because you showed your husband that and he agreed doesn't mean you need to take it out on her.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're an asshole and you're doing that shit, you should still be an asshole, But something like that, I'm like, dog, this shit is literally, it's painless. It does nothing to nobody. It's just a fucking joke.
Yeah. There's nothing that video does. Again, it's just people who are, feel shitty about themselves, or who that video makes them feel like, oh, well, I'm not doing that. That makes me feel like less than enough. So instead of bettering myself, I'm going to pull them down.
Listen, man, comparison is the thief of joy, my friend.
Yep. It's also like how you see things, Like, one thing I've always thought about in terms of like jealousy with couples is, oh, don't see it as like, oh, should I be worried? Do the other side. Take it as like a competitive, like, oh no, I'm going to show them why I'm the right one.
Yeah.
Like, take a positive spin on it. Not the insecure, like, oh, should I worry? It's like, no, I'm the shit, and I'm going to continue to show them why type thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just a much better way to approach it, you know? Plus, it's, I don't know, recipe for a happier life.
Usually. We could all use a little
Hydrate.
bit more of that nowadays.
Yeah. People are too cynical. Can't do this.
I try not to be, man, but some shit, man, I'm just like, fuck, dude.
I think it all depends on what you're cynical about.
That's fair.
Like, some shit, it doesn't matter.
No,
Like,
no.
I'm cynical about gas prices just because gas prices suck. But, like, life itself, like, dude, we're on camera.
I just wish we'd all get along. That's all I want.
Yeah, that would be nice. I think if people could remember, again, it's that Doctor Who quote. If people could remember how wars felt, they'd stop having wars. The greatest human superpower is forgetting, because you never remember the pain of how it felt. If you could, then it would never happen again.
No. Yeah, I know. It's fucked up, man. We get one little go around on this goddamn rock, and then some fucking 14 board members in a fucking building in Nashville, Tennessee decide that, hey, this is not what's best for the country, and they donate a bunch of money, and then laws get rejected and overturned, and fucking garbage laws get passed to make the corporations' lives easier. And I'm like, I'm tired of that shit. You know. somehow it's the, you know, the single mother working at McDonald's fault that the country's going to shit, and not literally the handful of corporations, the handful of individuals that own the majority of the money. But yeah, it's their fault. I'm so tired of it, man.
Personal accountability. I feel like that's the biggest thing lacking. Is there's a financial dude I watch, and he'll just get people on and fucking roast them. And it's so common to be like, oh, it's this one girl was on there, and she's like, oh, the universe it's against me. And he's like, you literally ordered DoorDash 4 times in this one day. Did the universe make you do that? She's like, well, no. It's like, okay, then. It's like going through these personal choices. It's not, she had a good income. It's like, you are choosing this. Nobody's holding a gun to your head. You have other options. Like, yes, not everything is your fault. If you get shot walking down the street one day, that's not your fault.
Camera's moving again.
Yeah, I know. But if you choose to never step off on the sidewalk ever again because you think every time's going to get shot, that's on you. Like,
oh, that's right. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Thank God you brought that up.
Getting shot?
Well, yeah, actually. So, well, no, per the FBI,
okay,
crimes at an all-time low in the United States. All-time low.
That's good.
And they're only getting lower. So, again, all you motherfuckers that think that every city is dangerous and every individual is dangerous, no, you're just saying the shit that they want you to see. Like I said, you guys love statistics until it doesn't back up what the fuck you think you're talking about.
Right.
You know?
Was that a confirmation bias? You only see what supports what you believe?
Exactly. I believe
that's the right bias.
No, you're right.
Okay. Like when you Google search, there could be 10 results that refute what you think, but you're going to pick
But you're only going to pick the one. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. I mean, that's normal. Like, most crime is going to happen in big cities. Like, that's just the thing.
Crazy, right?
That doesn't mean like, oh, there's an 80% chance I'm going to get shot in this. Like, oh, wow, that's
what I'm
crazy.
saying. It's almost as if people just want to like go out and enjoy and live their lives. And every time you turn on the news, every time you scroll through your TikTok, every time you go scroll through your Instagram, it's always about this shooting, this stabbing, this fucking police, whatever. Literally the statistics say that crime is at all-time low, and it's only dropping more. Every statistic that I saw, I can't remember the exact numbers, but I believe everyone was over 10% or more drop. I think one was 9% actually, for crime. So
that's wild, man.
But I mean, it's on the downturn. Awesome. Absolutely it is. Because again, that's all people want to show, especially during election season. They want to show how dangerous Chicago is. They want to show how many homeless are in, California, and they want to show how many mass killings are in this state or this country or this whatever the fuck, like we're literally at an all-time low. 2020 was the big upskirt because a lot of people were at home with spouses and whoever who may be abusive, or people who might have taken their lives. So it is, those do take into account. But since literally 4 years, we have one of the significant largest dips in crime in U.S. history. Come on now.
That's great. That's really awesome.
And people also forget too. Sorry to break you off there.
No, you're good.
People also forget that like less than a person, or like less than 2% or something like that, of people in the United States commit crime. Like that's literally what that's the statistic. Like less than 2%, or around 2% of the U.S. Population commits crime.
Mm-hmm. And I bet that is encapsulating all crimes. That's not just violent.
Yeah, no, that literally is every single crime. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That could be speeding, or
Yep.
like stealing a chapstick, or something completely. Honey, plead the fifth. The whole channel pleads the fifth.
Hey, listen, man, this one's mango.
I've been to that club, I think.
Oh, dude, fuck that place.
Maybe. No. What? No, Faces. That's the one.
Wait, you went to Faces? Hey,
I don't know,
man. What you doing on Faces now?
Was it mangoes or Faces?
You trying to see some asses? That's where I worked.
I don't know which one it was. It was the one where
went for Faces is the it's probably Faces then, because I know they have like the drag shows, and then they do like the big like Christmas, New Year's. I think they even have a Thanksgiving thing. Okay. Apparently,
is there an ATM outside?
Yes.
Okay, then it was that one. Yeah, because I remember I had to pay, but none of the women did.
Yeah.
So
listen, man. I worked that door for a couple of weeks in December, like almost 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, it is what it is. But what were we talking about? Oh, crime, dude. Like
all-time low, baby.
People just want to go and shop and enjoy their time with their family, have some drinks, get a new hoodie, go see a movie, eat some good food. That's all people want. They work their asses off through the week. They want to enjoy their time.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody's out to get you unless you spend your life making enemies. Because I mean, isn't that also a statistic for like violent crimes, murder, stuff like that? It's almost always connected to somebody you know.
Yes.
So just don't spend your life making enemies and screwing people over.
Yeah, I know it's very hard nowadays for people to do that because they feel like any person who disagrees with them is. And this is another thing I want to talk about too, man. These fucking kids, they don't know how to argue. They don't know how to debate. You know what I'm saying? It always ends up in one of two things. Either they start attacking you, the ad hominem. They don't attack your argument. They attack you as an individual, or they attack like your argument essentially, but like not in the right way. Like, only a typical whatever would think this way or something like that. I'm like, so you're not even debating anymore. You're just attacking.
Right.
That's
how you know
what happened.
If somebody's not addressing your point, but more so like your character or who you are or your family or your friends or anything, you already won.
Yep.
Like, it's done.
Typical liberal trash. Like, bro, I'm already in there like swimwear. You can't get me out now.
Yep. It's like, this man's on tilt. I've won.
Or I made a comment under an Elden Ring video. Because, when people do the tilt shift, where like they'll back out the camera and they'll kind of make things look small and they move really fast. So it looks like they're really tiny, I was like, oh, if Elden Ring were good, it was like a joke. Dude, motherfuckers were upset with that. They're like, man, you never even fucking played the game, have you? Probably never even killed one boss, blah, 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 this and that. Man, because I have in my TikTok bio, I have the link to our podcast. Oh, you look like the kind of guy that would have a podcast like that. I'm like, man, you guys are really upset about this, Like, imagine caring that much about like something like that, I'm like, I don't get it, I was like, did I do dumb shit like this as a kid? did I really have this much fucking time on my hands? I'm like, no, motherfucker, I was busy, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. I
You
didn't,
know?
dude. I didn't make a YouTube account until I was already like older than 18. Like I didn't comment. I didn't know that
No,
subscribing was free. I thought you had to pay for it. I thought like, oh, when a creator asked you to subscribe, it was like subscribing to a subscription.
yeah, I can see that though.
So I'm like, oh, I don't want to pay. And I was too busy actually playing games and
Kids
being in
got
the
too much
friend zone.
fucking time on their hands, man. That's why I don't know, man. I remember going to school, fucking going to parties, going to friends' houses and shit, having fun. Now it's just like, oh yeah, come over and we'll both scroll on TikTok. I'm like, bro, you should be
It's like,
fucking
it's like, it's like break out the toy lightsabers, fight each other until one of
go
you
to
like
town, man.
flips it out and hits the other one
Yeah,
in the eye.
and then you could recreate the Count Dooku scene.
Yep. Like, come on, dude. We used to do that shit. Fucking. Me and my buddy, we had like pretty nice, like the nice durable lightsabers,
Mm-hmm.
and like turn the lights out, and then like stand on your knees and come back behind him and like through the arm and like videotape it. Oh,
Oh shit. Yeah.
like that shit
I
was
don't
the
know.
best,
Nowadays, that's cringe, man.
dude. It's like
Can't have fun with your friends. And somebody had a really good argument. I'm gonna let you go ahead though.
all right. Oh, it's what's that video? The two kids out on the like porch with lightsabers. It's like, oh, you can never beat a Jedi Master. It's like a minute long, and it's so good.
Yeah. I know. Man.
Go for it.
It was a guy that he was talking about how he feels moving forward, this generation of men and so forth will never be able to have an emotional attachment with each other, like kind of how past male relationships have been, you know. Because in essence, what he was saying was that due to the constant masculinity push that we have in the U.S., any type of affection you show to another man, even if it's like, hey, that's my best friend, my brother, my whatever, you know, it's seen as gay, you know. And he says that's really what turns off a lot of men from pushing for a deeper relationship. Obviously nothing sexual, you know what I'm saying, but pushing for a deeper relationship with their friend, you know what I'm saying, and getting to like that core element of like male bonding, and you know what I'm saying, like that's, I was like, that motherfucker is right. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. You see like a basketball player, right? It's like, oh my god, I love this basketball player. You have no issue praising the son to this dude. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you played a great game. Oh, I know exactly what your box score was last night. But your buddy does the same thing. You say, hey man, that was a good game. You know, it's like they're so afraid of like that. You know, to show that affection and show that kind of love, that they're just afraid to be seen as gay. I'm like, that's crazy, because I thought we were done with that shit.
Right.
You know, but I gotta find that video again, man, because it's legitimately, it might be one of the, if not the best video I've seen on TikTok about this situation.
I think a lot of it is also I think it's hilarious, the mega like red pill space.
Yeah.
The dudes, you know, who are pushing like you know, don't show your emotions, blah blah blah, all that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, these dudes just have scars from their past because they had a bad experience and they let it shape their whole personality as an adult. Like,
oh, my girlfriend broke up with me in 14th grade.
Yeah,
it's like,
and it's like,
brother,
now I spend 6 hours in the gym a day to mask the pain. It's like, listen, I get it. You went through it. You haven't learned how to get past it. Fine. Male relationships, like male friendships, I stand by it. There's nothing like it.
No.
There's nothing like time with the boy. Like, you just turn off everything. You do dumb shit. You make stupid jokes. It's all fun. It's great. There's nothing like that.
No.
And to not be able to experience that, or to be scared to experience that, that's,
yeah,
dude, I can't imagine.
And that's exactly the reason why, man. You know, like I say, it is all these content creators, it is all these people, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a male who's more emotional, oh, you're acting like a bitch. If you're, you know, a male who's more logical, oh man, you know, how come, you know, why you see things like that? How come you only, you know, can go black and white with this? You know, I'm like, man, it's kind of like we need people around us who kind of match, but also kind of are opposite of our style and of our flow. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where you work your best at, is when you have somebody who sees something different from you, bounce ideas and objects off them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Like,
like
these things are important.
it's like a, a relationship partner. You don't want to be, you don't want, I typically, you don't want somebody exactly like you. You want
Yeah.
someone who complements you, who brings
Yes.
different things to the table, who has strengths in areas that you have weaknesses, so that kind of you grow with each other
Yes.
and you
You know, because
become
again, you
different
take
people.
you take the foundation that they had started with, and they say, here, this is for you to have now. I'm more emotional, you're more logical. How do we work together and solve this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you take that and you both grow. I'm like, that's crazy to not have experienced a friendship like that because you're worried about being seen as gay. I'm like, that's crazy. You know, that's your number one fear is maybe somebody thinking you're gay. Maybe like a person, right? Like that's your biggest fear, to be seen as gay. I'm like, man, some people are afraid of not dying. Some people are afraid of not killing themselves, you know. Some people would kill for a friend like that.
Right.
And I'm like, that's crazy, you know.
Yeah.
It really, I'm telling you, man, this epidemic of young males that are lonely, sexually frustrated, it's gonna be crazy.
Yep.
They're gonna
It's
be.
wild.
I hope I'm wrong, and I hope I can die with dignity knowing that I'm wrong. But they're gonna become monsters, dude.
You need a
Fucking
good circle.
monsters.
You need a good friend circle.
Yes.
Like you need people around you who aren't going to judge you or just going to, have your back and tell you the real shit, not be a yes man, tell you when you're fucking up. But it's coming from a place of love because they care about you. And I'll tell you right now, the deepest male relationships have some of the gayest conversations you will ever hear.
Yes.
If you're not cracking gay jokes with each other.
And also gay sex.
Like that. Listen, that's just how it is. And if we're wrong, then it might just be us.
Hey, maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're like Captain America. When even the whole world tells you that you're wrong. I want gay sex.
But yeah, you got to have a good circle of friends around you.
Yeah, because once you start kind of coming to the terms that no one gives a shit about you or what you do, as long as you're not directly hurting them, you're fine.
Oh yeah, life is great when you realize that nobody's thinking about you as much as they're thinking about themselves.
No.
Like you could dress like a clown out on the street and they'll see you, they might take a photo, and then they'll forget you 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Look at, any historical figure. They had their moment in the spotlight. Even when they died, they had their moment in the spotlight, and now it's on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cares.
Because time moves on.
Yep.
So it stops for no man.
But you know what you should stop for? You should stop to go down and subscribe and comment.
Mm-hmm.
Comment. What do you think about all this? You got a good circle around you? If not, get one. Find a way.
How did we end up in
gaming.
this box canyon?
Yeah. Get into gaming. Meet some good people in the gaming community, unless it's, Call of Duty.
Yes. Well, there's some good people on Call of Duty, but
that's true.
A game that only promotes, negative things, violence, murder.
Yeah. What's a toxic gaming community?
Yes. Overwatch. Dead by Daylight.
Oh, I haven't experienced that one.
Oh man. Honestly, that might be some of the worst I've seen.
Really? Damn.
Not personally, but just from like other shit that people have done. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking. You're kind of insane.
Wow.
You know.
I mean, it's like the
you
real
kind
world.
of the mass murderer.
Yeah, it's hit or miss, but it's out there.
Again, very small percentage of the population. So
yeah.
Don't let anyone ever tell you wrong.
Souls players, they're not toxic. Sometimes they're delusional with their egos, but they're not toxic. Like you tell someone you're a new Souls player, they'll take you down 400 pages of lore.
Like Creed, they will take you with arms wide open.
Yeah, God. Listen, say what you will about Creed. Shit still slaps.
Couple brewskis, Creed with the boys. Listen, man, you tell me that's not a night.
Cuddle sesh. I mean, huh?
No, you right. You absolutely right.
Duel of the Fates on.
Oh, well, then you play with your
Bum, bum, bum.
lightsabers. Mine's orange. Mine's green. Mine's purple.
Bum, bum.
Oh shit! God damn it!
Oh yeah. God. Oh, that's something I need to do. I need to go binge the newest Alkalite episodes. I know they've been
Oh
getting
shit! Yeah.
flamed. I haven't watched them yet. I need to binge Demon Slayer and the newest episodes of My Hero. I've been very careful to avoid them.
Oh, dude, I've had the whole manga spoiled for me up to this point. So
Me too for My Hero.
same thing with JJK. I'm like, oh,
Dude,
probably shouldn't be
looking
scrolling through
anymore.
TikTok.
Yeah.
It's not my fault though. It just comes up on my For You page, you know.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh man, this shit looks so cool, and I want to learn what happens to Sakuna next.
Dude,
And then nothing happens.
The My Hero spoilers. First of all, I was like, are you serious? And then the memes have been better than the actual spoilers.
Well, apparently it's not real. Apparently it's like somebody just made it as like a joke. That's not the like actual ending to the manga.
I thought the actual ending was like him going to normal school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything else I know is fan made.
Oh, I thought you'd been seeing the one from like the past couple days.
Yeah, where he's like working at like McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's. Yeah, I'm like, bruh.
And that's
He's
how
like,
I
this is
saved
how.
them.
Just put the fries in the bag, bro.
Just get me my Whopper, hero boy.
Yeah, I said supersize it, man. Come on, dude.
Oh my god, they've been so good. Oh man,
it's awful, man.
I love
that. The Warframe community is going nuts because apparently it's canonical now that some frames can get pregnant. So there's some really
interesting.
I wouldn't know anything about it, but there's some really sexy Warframes in the Warframe video game. So yes,
heard from a friend.
Oh yeah, of course. You know, definitely don't have Wisp Prime. Nothing like that. So.
Oh god, I started watching Dexter.
Dude,
so good.
This is the thing I hate about those big shows that have had the cult following, right? Is the first like Game of Thrones, right? The first like 4 seasons are fucking immaculate. You know, the writing was like strong. You know, the characters were fantastic. The acting was just fucking incredible. And then after that, you definitely see the dip. Dexter was like, oh yeah, it's good for like 3 seasons, and then like the next 2 or 3 are just like complete ass. I'm like, oh god, dude. Same thing with Lost.
Oh, dude.
Like
Lost had you lost by the end.
The first 2 seasons of Lost were again perfect. And then everything after that was hot ass. You know. Yep. It's kind of like what I got right now. I got that hot hole.
We had a black light. We could see like the fumes coming off.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's sizzling, baby. It's like that plate of fajitas that come at you.
When you take the top off of like a crock pot,
it's all bubbling. That's what it is,
bread
man.
to dip. Oh man, what do y'all think? Tell us how your June's going. It's almost July.
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July.
Yes. It's crazy that we're past the halfway mark for the year.
Dude, I know, that's wild.
It's fucking insane. Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. Listen to it's a song by Pink Floyd called Time. Listen to that song. All right, that'll give you all the you'll hate yourself for listening to it because it's putting shit kind of into perspective, but man, does it not do it at its perfect element.
When you become an adult, days go by slow and years go by fast. And that's yeah. Like in a week from now, I'll be 40. And then I'll be playing Elden Ring 2.
No, you'll be playing the perfect Miyazaki RPG game.
Oh yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Like,
I can't imagine. Oh, that first
peak,
Descendant game comes out July 2nd. It's free.
Is that one? I thought it was like $40.
No, that one's free.
Which one am I thinking of that costs a lot of money?
I don't know.
Wow.
But the first Descendant is like it kind of looked like the third person action shooter.
Yeah, it's
I don't know. It had a
What it,
dope reveal at the
it
Game
is?
Awards.
Oh, this is wait. What game am I thinking of then? Yeah, this is the one that I was. I wasn't thinking of this one. I was thinking of something else.
Oh, okay.
There's another
Yeah.
one that I saw that was like $40 or something like that.
Hmm.
I don't
Interesting.
know.
What do you think of Elden Ring, folks? Are you like me and you haven't seen the light until now?
Praise the sun.
Yep. I'm now hopelessly down the Elden Ring hole. I'm deep in the Elden hole.
But what about the game?
We'll hear about the game next time. Enjoy episode 39, folks.
I've been
What?
awakened to this Elden hole.
That's right.
I see the light in this Elden hole.
I'll tell you how it is when I come out.